अपनी खूबसूरती पर लगाइए चार चांद with an exclusive lab grown diamond jewelry collection from Limelight Diamonds. Shop the perfect diamond jewelry you always wanted.
What she did is one of my favorite characters in Tamil that she has done till date. So honestly, the feeling was I was very scared. I remember my very first Tamil film which did not do well, and I think my second Tamil film was getting delayed for its release. And I think they said there's this typical thing which they say, oh, the female actor, she's probably not lucky. A few gossips about me with other actors that can actually make you feel bad after a point of time. So I remember there were a couple of offers which I turned down. I said I'm actually waiting for the release of this film and probably I'll take up projects after that. And I remember some directors talking to me like, you don't know what you're losing, you're saying no too early at your stage. I only had other people who probably told me, why would you do a film about some yesteryear actor? Why would you do a biopic? What will you even, I mean, you are a commercial heroine. You should probably do some commercial films. Do you really think you will get a national award? And even if you get an award, what will you do? When Nagi offered me this film, I turned down the offer. I heard the narration for like about 4 hours. I think Swapna and Priyanka, the producers, they were very, very excited. And after all 4 hours of narration, I turned down the offer. I remember my mom was actually expecting a very good reward for her film Opol in Malayalam that she had done. And this, as a kid, I remember her telling me, and she said, you know, I thought I might bag an award for this, but unfortunately I didn't. And I said, Amma, I will get you that national award. And I said this. I think I gave enough pictures, and then I got into the car. And what she said was right. So they came on the other side, and they were clicking from the through the window, and so she was telling me that, see, you are bending and then you're getting into the car, so you're low on your neck, and my back is up, and it's not a good angle to even get shot in. Thank you so much.
I think I was going to give an introduction, but I don't think you need any more introduction because they've already screamed your name. Congratulations on many, many things. Congratulations personally, professionally, and everything otherwise. Thank you for doing this. I know that I have troubled you for almost a month and a half to do this, but thank you for doing this. That's what I'm going to say. Thank you for joining us on this episode of Limelight Diamonds presents Galata India Fans Festival with Kirti Suresh. Woo-hoo! Limelight Diamonds is India's largest lab-grown diamond jewelry brand. Lab-grown diamonds are 100% real diamonds, and actually they are same as natural diamonds, only with a different origin. Well, lab-grown diamonds actually save a lot of your money, manpower, and energy and resources. So if you like them, because they have an exquisite collection of jewelry, so please go visit them at limelightdiamonds.com or just go to any of the 20 stores that they have across India. Thank you so much. First of all, Baby John, you know what Varun Dhawan has called you, right? Varun Dhawan has said, I am Baby John.
And I'm
Bhabhi Jaan.
Yeah, Bhabhi Jaan.
He's called you Bhabhi Jaan.
No, like how? What is the meaning actually? Bhabhi Jaan kya?
Bhabhi matlab
Anni.
sister-in-law.
Brother's wife.
Brother's wife.
Yeah.
Basically. But I want to ask you that, you know, last time we met was for your other film. It was Dasara. And I had spoken to you about making a Bollywood debut. And finally, a Hindi film debut has happened this year, and people are loving the emotional arc of your character. When you were doing the film, did you expect this kind of an amazing response from the audience?
I mean, honestly, no. Very, very happy for this welcome that I've gotten today, and be it for the character, for the performance, for myself. I'm feeling very, very happy. I couldn't have asked for a better debut. Working with such a nice team and people whom I knew already. I've said this a couple of times before, but I was telling Varun that, Kali, the director, is from Chennai, Atli is from Chennai, I'm from Chennai, the Kiran, the DOP, is from Chennai. I feel like this is your Tamil debut, Varun. But I mean, because so many people that I knew were there, and Atli, Priya and I, we share a great bond. We
Yeah.
have a great relationship. We've known each other for a very, very long time, but we've known each other as friends, and this is the first time even we got to work with each other. So it was nice that I'm doing my debut in Hindi, where he's also doing his production debut. Right, and Kali's he's become a very good friend, Murad Bhai, and I mean, I didn't expect this at all. Like towards the end of the film, now I have an extended family also. I have a great relationship with all these guys. I know all these guys. Vamika, she's very sweet. I mean, I didn't get to share screen space with her, but it was so nice that we both are there in the same film. So I'm extremely, extremely happy how this has all come along.
But you've always been a girl's girl anyway. Doesn't matter whether you share the same screen space, but you've always been a girl's girl. And I know this from people who are common friends to both of us. And they've always said that you've been one of those people who've always been there for women at large, forget actors or not. And that's something that you've always been, right?
Yeah, so so I mean, would have been nicer if I got to act with her or perform something with her, but there was the scene where my portion is done and then I see her, so I'm like, okay, fine, at least this. So yeah, I mean, I love. I mean, there are a lot of inspirational stories, be it Sam. We have so many good girlfriends in the industry, and yeah, I'm very glad about it. I'm very, very happy.
Speaking about Sam, I think you are reprising that role from the original, right?
Oh yes.
And how was it? Because you guys are friends, you guys have worked together on a film, which is one of the most celebrated films of the decade.
Yeah.
So I want to know, like, when you were doing it, did you have a call with Sam? Did you tell her that, oh, I'm doing this?
I mean, she knew it. In fact, I think she probably had me in her mind when this was happening. I think that's what Varun also told me, and I can't be grateful enough for that, because I mean, it's so sweet of her to even say that Kirti will be able to pull off this character. And what she did is one of my favorite characters in Tamil that she has done till date. So honestly, the feeling was I was very scared to even like do this, but I remember she put out a story saying, I think after watching the trailer, she said, I wouldn't have shared this with anyone else but you. So I mean, that's so sweet coming from her. It means a lot, and I'm very, very thankful to her for that. And yeah, very happy. Like I couldn't have asked for a better debut. This is one of the characters that I really, really love, and I'm so glad that I got to play that in Hindi.
Yeah. Your character has a very different emotional arc. Whoever has watched Baby John will understand what I'm saying. I'm not gonna spoil it for you guys, but it's the reason why things eventually happen. And it's the reason why Varun's character does what he does throughout the movie. The emotional arc is something that people connected with. There are reviews where they have gone out and literally praised you and said that, oh my God, she looks beautiful and she acted very beautifully, it tugged our heartstrings. Were you expecting that? Because when you're doing something which is already remade in a different language, although you guys are separated by almost a decade.
No, I didn't expect anything. When I saw the film, I was like, "Hey, I look pretty." Honestly, seriously, because I watched it at the dubbing. I haven't watched it after that, so like it was fully fresh even for me. So when I watched it, I was like, I look good, and I think I've performed well. So I think. I mean, I'm so happy. This is nothing that I expected. This, I mean, in fact, I always expect the worst. And from that to seeing something so positive, seeing such comments around, and it's a beautiful, warm welcome. And thanks to you all for that.
But you always deserved it. I'm sorry, people who watched Mahanati will always know what you stand up for. And
Thank
honestly,
you.
I think there was a plan of you having another debut earlier this year, another film which is very celebrated. Unfortunately, it didn't do well at the box office, but whoever has watched that movie has loved, because I had a chance meeting with Bonnie Kapoor. You were supposed to do Maidan, if I'm not mistaken. When that came to you, what was your first reaction? Because that would have been your debut in the Hindi film arena.
Yeah, that was supposed to be my debut, and I think it happened. I think right after Mahanati, but unfortunately, some things didn't work out, so I had to step back from that. But I'm sure even he understands now. That I remember him telling me later that actually that wasn't the right debut for you.
He said that in mind.
Yeah. So he realized it much later, and I'm really glad he did realize that, because So I think time plays a major role, and certain things happen at the right time, and you have to wait for it. And I think the time's come. So I think this was meant to happen this way.
I have to tell you this, that when I met you for Dasara, I really, really liked your vibe. And by the way, guys, I have to tell you this personal story. I didn't know her. I had never met her before that. I just knew that she's a celebrated star, and I'm going to do this interview. And there was a delay in the interviews because of the hotel and something. It was not from the actor's perspective at all that day. And she had a flight to catch. And my interview was going to be the last interview, and it was almost on the verge of being cancelled. The team had told me that this is not going to happen. I'm sorry, because she has to catch a flight. But when she heard it, she actually said, "How much time will you take?" I said, 15 minutes. She's like, 15 minutes, you will be done. And we did an interview for 18 minutes. And she actually was the sweetest. And thank you for doing that, because that was, not many people do that.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
A lot of people
Wow,
actually...
you remember so much. Your memory is like an
Elephant's
elephant.
memory.
I know.
fully. No, I feel like, कोई छोटा मोटा गलती हो जाता है ना एक्टर्स से, तो वो ज़्यादा amplify हो जाता है. There are posts made on social media and on different pages, and then everybody goes and comments, and there's a lot of hate given to actors in general. I feel when they're nice, the same people don't speak about it so much. Like if you're nice to 100 people, 100 people are not talking so much. That music doesn't reach the ears. But if you're supposedly something happens like with two people because of something, or maybe the situation or circumstances, I think the noise of those two people becomes louder than the music, and that's very unfair. Do you feel sometimes pressurized because of the mahal that we are all in, like the kind of scrutiny that happens with actors today?
But I mean, these are things that have always been there, and these are all sweet. It's a pressure, but a pleasure at some point, because you are expecting this to be in a certain way, and you through time, I think you also like learn to deal with such things, right? And you know what to take into your mind, what not to take. So. And if there is something that you can learn from this, great. And if there are certain things being criticized, I think it's also always nice to accept criticism, because you also learn from that, and it's to make you a better person, right? So I think this is all part and parcel of the game. So,
but in the beginning, did it ever hurt? Did you ever read something which really bothered you as a human being?
oh yeah, I mean, bothered as in like, so when sometimes I remember my very first Tamil film which did not do well. And I think my second Tamil film was getting delayed for its release. And I think they said there's this typical thing which they say, oh, the female actor, she's probably not lucky. And these are things which, but I mean, these are not things which I take to my head, but these are what I've heard. These such things and a few gossips about me with other actors that can actually like make you feel bad after a point of time. But yeah, I think for those all that I've answered now. So yeah, I mean, but this is something which is always underlying. It's behind your mind, but it never affects me.
There is something that I tell Sam
Yeah.
a lot, is that it is very difficult because we live in a patriarchal setup. It's not about the industry, it's about the society. It's very difficult to be and stand up as a voice for women. Like if a guy does it also, it's a problem, but if a girl does it, it's a bigger problem, because girls are expected to, like, especially actresses,
Be in a certain way.
yeah, and actresses are expected to be like voiceless, weak, and accept everything that is thrown their way. But you are absolutely different. In the beginning, did you find it difficult to meander your way through? Because today there are more women like that, but when you debuted, there was that shift happening, but the shift had not happened.
I mean, it's always difficult. For any debutant, I feel. For that matter, I think even for men in the beginning. But I think they gain that difference a little faster than how the women gain, right? And you have to be submissive at some point in the beginning, because you have to put yourself out there. You have to be sweet. I mean I am sweet.
You're very sweet.
I'm just saying that there are certain expectations out of you, right? And to meet those, I think you are meant to be in a certain way. But I think I was just being myself. And for example, I remember I was offered a lot of films while I was filming for my second film, and in Tamil. It's called Rajini Murugan. And I was very clear on the fact that, okay, I'm going to wait for the release of this film, because this could do really well. I had high hopes on that. And I thought maybe I should sign anything after the release. Because I was not in a hurry. I'm here because I'm passionate about films. Money is secondary. And so I just wanted to see how it's going to do. So I remember there were a couple of offers which I turned down. I said, I'm actually waiting for the release of this film, and probably I'll take up projects after that. And I remember some directors talking to me like, you don't know what you're losing. You're saying no too early at your stage, all that. But today, like right now, when I go back and think about it, I really don't know how I had the guts to do that. But I did it. I have said no to a lot of big directors. I've trusted my instinct, and I've always trusted that, and it has worked for me. And I think, for that matter, I think anybody, like even you guys, I think if you trust in something, I think more than trusting anybody else, I think we all should trust ourselves. And you should go by your feel. You should go by what your instinct says. And that's what I did. And I'm feeling happy about it. I'm here. I've done a film in Hindi. I'm sitting with Nayandeep. I'm seeing my fans. I'm so happy.
Sweet.
Thank you.
You know, when I was moving to Mumbai from Calcutta, I have a brother who's 10 years older than me. So, of course, he's way more responsible than I have ever been. But he had just told me a similar thing. He said that, decisions, we can help you and we can suggest, and anybody around you can suggest you, advise you, but never let anybody take those decisions for you. You should take your decisions yourself, because agar acha ho gaya, to credit tumhara hai. Or agar bura hua, then you don't have anybody else to blame.
Yeah.
Which is the most important thing, right?
Yeah.
But when you are new in a particular world, and when you don't know any better, I want to know that how many voices were there around you who meant to you. the voices. It's not about the directors. Like you said, that were many directors who said that you're losing out on a lot of big films. But maybe people who you were with working and maybe team and everything, how many people actually told you that no, you could have done this or could have done
There
that?
was actually no one in the beginning because I did not have a team to manage me. I used to, so my mom used to talk all the dates for me, and after a point, I thought she herself was an actor and I wouldn't want to put her in that space. So I said, Mom, I don't think you should really do this. So I think after 2-3 films, I did the job of being an actor and being my manager also. And that's the most stressful job that I've done, where I have to do my own dates, talk to other managers about dates, and do my work. Like I actually don't know how I did it, and. When I did it, it used to be difficult because, like I said, I used to hear my stories, my all narrations. I used to go by myself, talk to them. If I like it, I'll do it. If I don't like it, I would say a no. And I'm telling you, I don't know how I did it. I really don't know how I did it because it is not a joke. Like you can't do that. So like I actually didn't have anyone to even say, hey, you can do this, you can not do this, maybe try doing this. I only had other people who probably told me, why would you do a film about some yesteryear actor? Why would you do a biopic? What will you even? I mean, you are a commercial heroine. You should probably do some commercial films. Do you really think you will get a national award? And even if you get an award, what will you do? You're meant to be a commercial actor. You know, I've only had such people who said such things. In the middle of that, I managed to like actually survive. I swam out of all that, and I had my own decisions, I had my own thoughts, and I'm actually proud of myself.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
I don't think you just swam. I think you thrived and you continue to thrive, which is, whenever I speak to strong women, not just strong artists, you're a strong voice for many women out there. And today's young generation, I think, is going to be the voice. It's going to be the starter, and then the upcoming generations will just catapult, and they will have that privilege of having the voice from the very beginning, is what I feel. I may be wrong, but I feel this. This is my opinion completely. You spoke about a biopic that almost changed the narrative of pan-India films. That time, not many movies were being released across in different languages. But when that film got the national award, I think everybody watched it. I want to know, you just said that a lot of people question that why are you doing this? What was that instinct in you that made you believe in it and say yes to Mahanati?
So at that time, when Nagi offered me this film, I turned down the offer. I heard the narration for like about 4 hours. I think Swapna and Priyanka, the producers, they were very excited. And after all 4 hours of narration, I turned down the offer, and they were shocked. They were like, what is this girl? Like, she turned down an offer about Savitri Amma's biopic. And I turned it down only because I was scared. I didn't, some random girl coming from somewhere and suddenly coming doing a biopic on a beautiful lady, a legend, and just like, what if they say that I ruined it? I couldn't think of anything else positive, but I was like extremely scared. And so I told them this, and they were very confident. Nagi was extremely confident. I said, we have to show a lot of her personal side. What if her fans don't like it, or if it is taken in the wrong way? But they were very confident, and the fact that Nagi's trust on me was more than what I had on myself is what actually drove me to do that film. I thought, okay, if somebody can trust me more than what I do, I should definitely give it a try.
Yeah.
And I thought, chalo theek hai, I think I should do that film, and then I signed it. And even during the course of the film, it was not something where I expected. And I think last time also I told in some interview, see, that was my biggest first success. You know, like it was a game changer for me. Like, or it was a life changing moment for me. And that success is like, no matter how much ever, you know, how many ever films I do, I reach that success, that feeling, you will never get it back, because I didn't expect anything out of it. I only expected to have a decent name after the film, that okay, this girl did a decent job, and okay, the film was good. That is all that I expected, because I actually kept it like, my expectation was at its least, because I didn't want to think that, I mean, and I didn't know this film was going to be so huge. I genuinely didn't know. So when that thing, that day it released, I think May 9th, the film released, this hit, it was like a, hey, what's even happening around me? Is that me? Are they talking about me? Are they talking about our film? And that was a beautiful, beautiful feeling, which I think it was once in lifetime. And
But I have to ask you, what did your detractors say after watching the movie? जिन्होंने आपको बोला था कि ये film क्यों कर रहे हो? What did they come back and say to you?
they didn't have anything to say, so they obviously didn't say. Yeah, I mean, and I'm not expecting them to say anything. They've seen it, and I've answered it however I had to. So, and I never go behind. And I'm not a person on social media. I'm not a person who actually, like, you see something, I have to go against it. I have to talk about it. No, I rather believe in, like, showing it in actions much later. Like, it, I mean, time will do the role, and I will speak in my own way much later, aaram se, and I know how to give it back.
Absolutely.
So, yeah.
But when the national award got announced, what was your first reaction, and what was the first reaction in the family? Because you come from a family of legendary people from the film industry.
Yeah, so I was in Trivandrum at that time, my hometown. So I was with my family. I knew this announcement was going to happen, and I was very excited for that. And I still remember that scene where, like, I'm sitting with my family, and they announced my name, and everyone was jumping and we were clicking videos. And because I was home, I think all the press, everyone just started flooding in, and they wanted to take interviews. And I am like, hey, what is this? What's happening around me? And I'm telling you that feeling is, there was a lot of innocence, you know, around that time. There's a lot of innocence, which, I mean, I'm still a little innocent, but what I'm trying to say is, when something happens out of no expectation, like today, when you're doing a film, you've seen this big of a film, you've seen this success, so you always want that to happen, or you want to beat that, or you want a similar success to happen, right? But at that time, it was just purely nothing. And for me, I remember my childhood stories that my mom used to tell me about films, cinema. That's all that we used to hear at home. And at that time, I remember my mom was actually expecting a very good reward for her film Opol in Malayalam that she had done. And this, as a kid, she I remember her telling me, and she said, you know, I thought I might bag an award for this, but unfortunately I didn't. And I said, Amma, I will get you that national award. And I said this. Thank you. And I said this as a kid, and I can't believe that kid's manifestation was so strong. And you know, and it's not something where I sat and meditated every day, but it was something that my mom's sorrow was there in the back of my head, and then it just happened. So I was like, this is dedicated to my mom, and this is what I wanted to do for her. This is what actually drove me to get into films. And that feeling of actually like having it, I was that accomplishment was something else. I still remember yeah, and it actually hits you very late, even they've announced people are calling. I remember my first call was Lal sir. Mohanlal sir was the first one to call and wish me, and then my friends, everyone flooded with calls, messages, people around. It actually takes time to actually hit you. And when I was there at the awards, when I was getting the award, to see their faces, my dad, my mom, my sister standing and clapping. And then later, when we were going in the car, I'd have a picture of my mom actually like reading the award. And that's something that I'll always cherish. I mean, some things it's just like etched in your memory.
What was her reaction? What did she?
I think she was very emotional. I think both her, my dad, my sister, they were all very emotional, and they were all extremely happy. And I could see them like filled with tears while I was taking the award. Like, unfortunately, I couldn't see them far. Like, I was trying to search where are they even seeing me. Then later, when I saw it in the videos, I saw that they were watching me. Yeah, okay, and yeah.
How sweet. What a success story is all about.
Thank you.
I feel no matter where you come from, you're always your parents' biggest dream. Like, I think everybody sitting here will agree with the fact that we are all our parents' biggest dream. Yeah. They might have been living many, many dreams in their lives, but when you start living yours, then their dreams feel smaller to them. And to all Indian parents who have always believed in their kids' dreams and supported them, thank you so much. But when you speak about Paps, okay, now you are the new sensation. I've been told that they're following you everywhere. And I want to ask you, how do you enjoy this limelight, that the prying eyes of the Paps? Are you enjoying it? Are you getting conscious? Because South mein to itna zyada hota nahi hai. Or Samantha is like, hota nahi hai, to I get very conscious. I don't know. People think that I'm acting, but I just get surprised whenever they come. So what is your reaction usually?
Yeah, even I get conscious because see, you're used to this kind of attention in a different way as an actor, but when it's like when you're going, you're there at the airport, a salon, you're there everywhere. This doesn't happen, So you're not used to it that way. But I'm trying to adapt to this culture. I mean, at some point I have to. So I'm also trying to learn. I'm just trying to not get shocked when I see them suddenly. I've had these. See, the thing is, I was talking about this in an interview yesterday also. I was like, because see, I used to be like a very shabby person in the beginning. Like, I never used to dress up or anything until I got like a good makeover done for myself. I thought, and then I realized, oh, I think I can dress better. I can take care of my skin, hair. Trust me, like I think like 3-4 years back, until then, I never even used to apply a sunscreen. Like, I didn't even know there's something called toner, a serum, moisturizer.
I didn't know it till my Korea trip too, so I understand it.
So I didn't know that. So when I started knowing that, when I lost weight, when I started doing makeovers, and I was like, oh, okay, maybe I should wear better clothes, I should take care of my hair, I should take care of my skin, all that. And that's when I actually like started, dressing up a little bit. Until then, if I'm coming to Bombay, it was a nightmare for me, because I'll be like, kya pehnu? Like, the Paps will come, what will I wear? And you won't believe, I've even cancelled one trip to Bombay because I was scared of the Paps. Because I was like, kya pehen ke aau main? I got so confused. And eventually, the next step was where I started to dress up. I was getting there, but I can't walk around with high heels. I can't do stilettos. So but to match the clothes, at some point I have to wear it. Otherwise, it might not look nice. So I'll come in my shoes and I'll go to the airport washroom and I'll change it to the heels and then I'll walk out and I'll try and look as if like nothing happened. I came out as cool as possible. And then later I realized that damn, you should be yourself. Like I shouldn't be worried to be who I
Absolutely.
am. So I was like, chuck it now. Like, I mean, whatever comes to me effortlessly is what I'll do. Like if I can't walk around with big heels, let me not do it. If I want to walk around with shoes, let me do it. So just realize that identity is very, very important, but not at the stake of your comfort. So yeah.
I have a question here because 2 nights ago, at the after the screening, I saw this video. I was also up because I think we were at a party, at a Christmas party.
I know where you're getting at.
Yeah.
It's because of you, Shruti.
I love her for saying it. I called her up and I told her, was it you in the morning? See, I know pap people. They're lovely people. Most 90% of them are very, very well behaved. What happens is that 10% sometimes they behave a little out of their zone, and those 90% people don't agree with those 10% people at all. And I can say that as a part of media and knowing the paparazzi people myself. I loved that your manager just said, अजीब आएगा ना picture, आप वहाँ से क्यों ले रहे हो picture? Because you were entering a car, and please understand, as a woman, she was wearing a dress, and when she was entering a car, when you're zooming and clicking a video of her, it doesn't look proper. What is your reaction to these kind of videos? Because many women have actually come out and those shots where people are like, guess who? From their back shots. It is like, it's irritating for actresses. I've spoken to so many and it's irritating for them beyond a point.
Yeah, so when this happened, I was honestly like lost. I didn't even know what was happening. If you see me in that video, I'll be like, huh?
Yeah.
What is happening? Because I didn't understand. I understood only after she got into the car and she explained what happened. Then she was like, see, you have posed, and I genuinely pose a lot. Like, and she keeps telling me, you need to walk at some point because we'll not be able to take you. You're just like there. I'm like, okay, wait, I'm learning. And I think I gave enough pictures and then I got into the car. And what she said was right. So they came on the other side and they were clicking from the, through the window. And so she was telling me that, see, you are bending and then you're getting into the car, so you're low on your neck, and my back is up, and it's not a good angle to even get shot in. So, and she said, you've posed enough, you clicked so many pictures, what is the necessity for them to come and shoot this? It's not necessary.
Absolutely.
And I think, see, I don't know in what angle did they, what perspective they were trying to take it. Maybe it was intentional or not intentional, but at the end of the day, what she did was right.
Absolutely, what she did was right.
I really have to give it to her for whatever she did and whatever she said. She was showing me this video and she was telling me, like, can you see all the comments? It's all in support of whatever I spoke. Like,
Yes,
not
I
one
called her
person has told anything against me. So yeah, I mean, it's very true. I think you also have to, like, we were talking about comfort, and these are certain things that can be taken care of, I feel.
Absolutely.
And I'm really glad for whatever she did.
And I want to tell you that, like I said, that this is a gift that I don't think any interviewer would have given you till date.
Yeah.
Because you've answered it correctly, because your fans have helped you win a diamond pendant from Limelight Diamonds. This is for you. I know you have a ring, but now you can wear a pendant as well. It's an eco-friendly, sustainable diamond, so that's why we partnered with them, because I know that you love nature. And yes.
So nice. Thank you.
I'm just happy that you like it.
It's a heart.
Yes.
It's a heart. Thank you. Thank you. It's so sweet.
Thank you.
My heart is full. Very sweet. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much.
अपनी खूबसूरती पर लगाइए 4 चांद with an exclusive lab grown diamond jewelry collection from Limelight Diamonds. Shop the perfect diamond jewelry you always wanted.